With that, we open the lines to listener questions of absolutely any gardening variety. You can ask away on the WhatsApp line 072 567 1567, or you can do what Steve has done and send a voice note to that number. We're going to start with his question about something that is eating in his garden.
Who ate Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
Hey, Pippa, great show as always. I have a quick question for your gardening lady. I have March lilies in my garden. A corner in the garden. I have about 20 bulbs.
Nice.
And then every year they grow these giant leaves and hopefully some lilies. A couple of weeks ago, after the heavy rains and the unusual sun, they all leaved. So there's massive green leaves, and they lasted like a week or two, and then they started to die off. And then I noticed this terrible caterpillar, black and yellow. So I chopped all the leaves off. I just got the stalk and the bulb sticking out. But I see the caterpillars are still around, hanging out, sucking on the stem. So are they a problem? Could they kill it off? Or should I just hope that the bird or something is going to come and eat them? Otherwise, thanks, like a show. Steve Brockenford.
Thanks, Steve. Tanya, what do you reckon is the best approach there?
Steve, first of all, thanks for your question. And this is going to answer many a gardening query for many listeners out there, because it's not only your March lilies that these are. Okay, so we're going to go with the line, every caterpillar turns into a butterfly. But hold on, hang tight, stop the bus. When it's eating my March lily, or it's eating my prized yellow-green clivia flower that I searched the country for, paid an insane amount of money for, or my cycad that I've been waiting for the new flush of foliage for years to come through, I am going to war. Okay. And yes, but there are various ways. So number one, I would say to you, absolutely, you do need to do something about it. But here's the thing, guys, you don't have to spray your entire garden. So you're not going to kill everything. So that's the first thing. And it's important to know this because we're not going about indiscriminately spraying, because that is irresponsible. There are various methods that you can use, and I'm going to go through them. Yep. Number one is a biological spray, and it's called Margaret Roberts Biological Caterpillar Insecticide. Now, interesting thing is that this works almost with it's a type of bacteria that becomes activated. You spray it on normally, you can't see it, it just looks like a normal spray. When the caterpillars munch along, they ingest this, and it basically, I'm going to be kind and I'm going to say it gives the caterpillars a really bad tummy ache, and then they stop eating. But here is why a biological is good, because the caterpillars then die. But if a bird has to eat it, if you have to add it to your salad, if you have to feed it to somebody, there is no poison, because it is a biological application. So that is one thing. Remember, it does take a bit longer, because you're going to spray it. It's not like getting out a tin of doom where you're going to spray it, the caterpillar's going to fall over. Yeah. No, it takes a bit longer. There are other ways of dealing with it. And the other way to handle it is to use something called a systemic insecticide. Now, systemic is like taking an antibiotic. It goes into your system, goes in through all the cells. Yeah. A systemic, there are various ones out there, one called Plant Protector, one called Complete 350. All of these you dilute into a watering can. Okay. And you pour it around the soil. So you drench the soil, and it gets taken up by the plant. Now, obviously, if you're seeing the caterpillars, like they're waving at you, the systemic is going to take much longer. So my advice to you is to treat those very special plants that you've got in your garden with a systemic as a preventative.
Okay.
So that what happens is, and you do that every 3 months, you treat your clivia, your March lily, whatever, as a preventative. So when the eggs have been laid, all right, and those caterpillars pupate or hatch, or whatever the right word is, as soon as they start chomping away, well, they go to the compost heap. They go to heaven very fast. Okay. So that is another way of dealing with them. And then, of course, there are loads of gentle, and I say gentle insecticides out there, which are garlic, canola, and chrysanthemum based. One is a product called Organoside that you spray on. It has a quick knockdown action, but very little residual.
Okay.
So it's not going to affect the soil, the plant next door. It's got no bad hohos, no bad things in it. And another one is called Wet Sit, a strange name, but it's actually a orange oil extract, which also has a very quick knockdown on unwanted insects.
Okay.
So there's some solutions.
Steve, I hope one of those is going to work for you, and good luck winning the fight back for your March lilies. Thanks for your questions. Sandy is asking a question about something I've never heard of, but I'm guessing that Tanya Visser will know what a bat flower is. Sandy says, I have some very special bat flower seeds and would like to try and germinate them. Do I need a special growing medium or anything I can do to ensure success? I've never heard of a bat flower, Tanya.
Oh, bat flower and it's so weird. I was actually watching something the other day, and the bat flower came up, and then I've been reading a beautiful novel about the plant hunters in the 1800s, and the bat flower came up as well. So this is weird, but here we go.
Okay.
So the bat flower is called Tacca. It's Tacca, Tacca. And the reason why it's called the bat flower is when this flower opens up. I mean, go and Google it.
I'm looking at it now, Tanya. It's unbelievable.
Isn't it insane? I mean, it is so. And you know, when they speed up the opening of the flower, it's like a bat in motion. It's insane. It is beautiful. They can be germinated, but they need lots of warmth and humidity. So ideally soak the seeds. 24 hours, just in like literally a cup of water, no hot water, just soak the seeds because the seed is quite hard, helps to soften them up a bit. And you want to sow them into a very lightweight germination mix. Now, guys, there are so many germination mixes out there. I'm going to tell you what I use. I use something called palm peat, which comes in that block. It's a Stark Airs palm peat, and you get one block. It looks like a brick, literally like a building brick, and you pop that into a bucket, add 3 liters of water, and that brick expands and makes 9 liters of this beautiful, lightweight, friable, soft medium, and it's great for germination. You can add a bit of perlite to that as well, a couple of handfuls, and Bob's your uncle. I use that for all germination. So you will sow the seeds, cover them lightly with the same palm peat, like literally 3 to 5 millimeters. Keep them moist but not waterlogged. So I would water with a very soft sprayer, and then to make your little germination chamber, just take like a Ziploc bag, and pop your tray into the Ziploc bag. Once you've sprayed them, you've now watered them well. Ziploc it up and put it into a position where it gets bright indirect light, not bright full sun. And you'll see that you get this little greenhouse effect going on. And you'll only need to water probably in like 4 or 5 days time. And for us who forget to water the germinating seeds, you're like, so it takes that away. And then as soon as you see the first little guy popping through, all right, then you need to open up your Ziploc bag just a little bit, allow a bit of air through, and then you're going to sow as the days go on, just get a little bit more natural air in there until you take that Ziploc away completely and expose it to the surrounding environment. But be patient. They can take even months.
Oh gosh.
Like literally to germinate. Because they slow. They need warmth, incredible warmth. So I would hang back, because there might be a cold front or two popping through. That would be my advice. But go for it.
Yeah, I mean, Sandy, what a treat to have those seeds. For those who, like me, had never heard of it, I mean, it's very hard to describe. It's got this very, very dark, intense coloured flower with sort of dangly bits and what looks like whiskers coming out of the sides. I mean, it's just an extraordinary looking, really, really different plant. And I mean, what a treat to have access to those seeds to get going in your garden. Sandy, I hope that advice gets them through the germination and gives you a reward at the end of all of your patience. Thanks for your WhatsApp. Eileen writes that she has a much loved geranium which is looking very poorly. She says it has tiny little holes in the growing stems. When I broke the stem, it's soft and black inside. What can I use to save my plant, she asks.
Now we've got two problems here.
Gosh.
A geranium, number one. Pippa, I'm going to be terrible here, but there's some plants that I consider disposable nappy plants.
Oh dear.
No, because, we buy them, they look amazing, they're a true perennial, much like a pelargonium is. We're taking them from where they originally grew, so from whence they came, which might be on the mountainsides, which is incredibly well drained. And then we put them in these pots and we expect them to, or in the garden, and we expect them just to go on and on and on and on and on. Well, they have a sell-by date. And a perennial will grow, flower, mature, and be there for 3-4 years. That's its lifespan. It's like a lavender. A lavender is a perennial. It's a slightly woody perennial. But, if you've had a lavender going in your garden for 5 years or so, then give yourself a pat on the back and a huge noddy badge because it's done well. But then we start getting problems, much like when we start aging. The hip goes, or you get to something here, or you've got to take a pill for this. And so happens when the geranium starts aging. But the holes in the stem are a telltale sign that a little caterpillar has done its job. And man, they love geraniums. I don't know what it is, but they love that stem. And they burrow through, literally eat out the inside. That eventually starts turning black and mushy, and then the tip of the geranium just starts wilting away, and you're like, what's going on?
Right.
So yes, you can spray with the same products that I spoke about earlier. A systemic, you can use the organocide, you could use the wetsit. You could prune away that stem depending on how many stems are actually left. Or you could have a little memorial service.
And let it go.
And bid it farewell and buy a new one.
Okay. It's an honest answer. Eileen, up to you which of those you want to give a try, but thank you for your WhatsApp. I think we can squeeze in one last question from Penny on the WhatsApp line. And she writes, Tanya, I've been unable to find aluminium sulfate at any nursery. I've been told it's not available anymore. I'm wanting to make my hydrangeas blue. Is there another solution apart from coffee grounds and pine needles? What else could I use?
Oh, no. I don't know where. Gosh, it's available all over. So I'm going to quickly give you some options to look for. If you shop at any of the big garden centres in and around Cape Town, I'm very, very sure you will find it. There is a company called Wonder. Wonder have a blue hydrangea food. Okay. And that's normally how it's sold. They call it blue hydrangea food. They don't use the scientific name.
Right.
And I think Stark Airs also do have one. So just go and have a look for hydrangea food, and you will find it there, and then follow the same dilution rates. Stark Airs do have an acid-loving and also a blue hydrangea food, and literally dilute it into water. You can spray it on as a foliar feed, and you can do it as a drench as well.
Okay, so there are options out there, Penny. Just do a bit of a search at your local garden centre, and I hope you can find them. Tanya, we have to wrap there. As always, a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for the advice, and I hope we'll speak again soon.
Thanks so much, Pippa. Lots of love to everyone, and happy gardening.
To you too, please. Tanya Visser is the editor of The Gardener and Die Tuinier magazines.